Okay, now let's start. What exactly did we do on that dark blue hull? We had like 3 steps. First we had the compound. We compounded with a wool pad. Then we polished with a foam pad. And then we applied the wax, in this case fleet wax or paste wax by hand with an applicator pad, and buffed it out with a rag. So let's go back to the first step. For this one we need a buffing wheel. In this case it's a DeWalt. Doesn't matter which one it is, but it has to have adjustable RPMs because you need different RPMs for the compounding and for the polishing. So recommended for this product is the compounding pad. You get this probably at West Marine. It's a 3M wool pad. The number here is 05711. It's a compounding pad, it's a hooking backing plate, and it's a hooked wool pad, so that's very easy. You get it off and on. I really like that stuff. We used it with the 3M Super Duty rubbing compound. This is a perfect compound. Number is 05954 for dark oxidized hulls. For any kind of oxidized hull actually, but it's a really perfect product to get the richness of the color back. It contains petroleum distillate and mineral oil, so it's very oily. It goes on, and it should stay wet too. So if you apply the product on a 2x2 foot area, you buff it out with the recommended RPM, but you're not really buffing it out. You're just making sure that the wool pad is cutting into the gel coat to get the oxidation out. Don't let it dry. So get some microfiber rags before it dries completely and buff it out. As I said, it might turn out to be a little bit blotchy and you might not like the area. It definitely gets the richness in there, but if you look at the hull and it looks like it's a little blotchy and smeary, that's because of the mineral oil and the petroleum distillate in that product. But don't worry about it. The next product will take out any swirl marks that you create with that heavy-duty wool pad and also those blotchiness. The next product would be the 3M Ultra Fine Machine Polish. The number here is 06068, and you apply this with the same machine with a buffing pad, and this is the foam pad. It's a polishing pad actually, not a buffing pad. It's a 3M Perfected 05733, and it's a hooked system too. So you just go in there, switch this out, put it on the side, take your blue pad, just put it on there, and you're ready to go. Again, use the recommended RPMs that are on the back of this bottle. And this product has to stay wet. So don't let it dry. Do a small area. It's almost impossible to do this in the direct sunlight, so you have to do it. I would recommend to do it in the shady side first. Do a small section, buff it in maybe like 1 time straight, 1 time left to right, then buff it out while it's still wet with a microfiber rag. It's sometimes a little bit bitchy, if I may say so. You have to get used to it, but it really gets all the swirl marks out that you create with that heavy-duty wool pad that we used for the compound. The next step after that would be the fleet wax. I like the Colonite fleet wax. It's a heavy-duty paste wax. I apply it by hand. I always have my applicator pad in here. If you apply it by hand, make sure that you don't have miss spots in there. It's a kind of very easy on a big hull to miss some spots, so go over certain areas where you're not quite sure, go over it twice. And buff it out with a microfiber rag. You will need, for a 36-foot boat, a lot of microfiber rags in 3 steps, because you have to do a lot of buffing after you're applying all these products. Okay, so get a lot of those microfiber rags. Maybe like 2 packs, or like 2 packs of 30 or 50, to make sure that you have enough dry ones. Otherwise the product will start to smear if you don't use a clean dry rag to buff it out. So let's go back and see how the hull looks so we can compare after we applied those products.